Dodger and you're watching my show.
Three, two, one, ready.
Hey guys, it's Erin, and like I said, no, I am not Dodger. I have once again come in to take over her show. Your usual lovely co-host is in Poland this week with a Witcher 3 event where she is playing the game and doing all sorts of fun nonsense like that. And she asked me to come in and fill in for her because I had so much fun doing anime news last time when she was in Portugal. You guys were great. You were really receptive and awesome and made me feel all sorts of happy joy inside. So she asked me to come do it again. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. So let's get started. The official website for Digimon Tree hatched its latest Digi Egg on Wednesday, which means hype. Except that most of the hype completely just out of existence when the reveal wasn't a trailer like most fans had hoped, but an announcement that a trailer for the series would be premiering on May 6th. So it was basically an announcement of an announcement, and those are always just so great. Also released was a new key visual of the adorable digital monsters, as well as the voice cast for the Chosen Children, aka the Digi-Destined. I always wanted to be a Digi-Destined as a kid. It never worked out. Besides the announcement of a trailer never ever really being that exciting, this one also kind of carries a sense of foreboding. Digimon Tree was announced last summer and originally scheduled to air spring 2015, but it got pushed back to an unspecified date a mere week before it was going to air, drawing many comparisons to another Toei-produced anime, Sailor Moon Crystal, which got pushed back so many times that it didn't actually air until something like 2 years after it was originally supposed to. And that series has so many issues, don't even get me started. You could shake all the silver crystals at them and I would never be happy. Now, I am all for an anime being delayed if it's for the sake of the quality of the final product. I would much rather something come out later than it was supposed to and have to wait a little bit longer for it than get a show that's lackluster or feels incomplete. So then, Erin, why do you have such a feeling of dread when you look at those adorable Digimonsters' faces? Well, let me tell you, weird, Genki, squeaky voice, anonymous character. It's all thanks to a cat in a cowboy hat. For those of you who are completely confuzzled about why I'm talking about cats and cowboy hats, this is the logo for Toei Animation, aka the production studio behind Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, and One Piece, to name a few. Do you know how much money those series alone combined have made over the last 30 years? I don't, but I'm sure that it's way more than enough to make actual Dragon Balls with, which I don't know why they haven't done yet. Has anybody done that? Please tell me you've done that. So I have lots of issues with Toei Animation, and I won't get too deep into them right now because it'd just be me ranting for 20 minutes and nobody wants to see that. But one of the biggest problems I have with them is that despite being a studio that has produced some of the most successful and profitable anime of all time, they are still just so greedy. They always seem way more interested in making a profit than producing content that a loyal fan can be happy with. They just it kind of just feels like they take they cut as many corners as possible just to get something out there because they know people will consume it whether it's the highest quality they have to offer or not, which is just really shady to me. And I get business, I understand that, but it's just come on, man. Sailor Moon Crystal could have been so good, and you did it potato quality, and you just don't care about people, and see, I told you I was gonna rant, but it's just fine, I'll just cut myself off. Toei Animation, you're the worst. So yes, the child in me is all giddy at the idea of more Digimon, but the still burned from Sailor Moon Crystal adult me is definitely going to be treading lightly when this series comes out. But if nothing else, at least I can look at Atsuya Uki's character designs as I wait for my second roll. They're just so pretty. The second trailer for the live-action Attack on Titan movie dropped on Friday, giving us an extended look into what audiences can expect to see when the adaptation of the mega colossal anime hits theaters this summer. The trailer maintains the same heavy, dire atmosphere we're used to in the anime and manga, showing that they seem to have the tone of the original down, which is awesome. There are more looks at the obviously CGI Titans, glimpses of the large cast staring hopelessly off camera, and even more buildings collapsing and caving in. One thing of note that is distinctly lacking from all of the trailers we've seen so far is the use of the 3D maneuver gear. Now we see glimpses of it being equipped on characters' persons, but we don't actually see it being used. And since one of Attack on Titan's strongest points is its action sequences with the 3D maneuver gears, and having that not be highlighted anywhere in the trailers is a little bit concerning. The weathered Scouting Legion uniforms, though, look super dope, and I want one all over my body. And also looking fly as hell is my main girl Hanji with her crazy eyes and rocket launcher. Question mark, still don't understand why she has a rocket launcher. I mean, she looks great, but why? BTW, I'm still not okay with the fact that they took my husbando Levi out of the movie and replaced him with that B Shikishima. Even if Shikishima is incredibly smoldering and handsome, he's not Levi. He's not my Levi. Like many people I've talked to, I have major reservations about these films, particularly with the special effects, with the budget of it, and how well it's going to be able to transfer over from animation to live action. The look of the Titans, I don't really hate it. I'm not particularly fond of it. I'm very meh to it, and I will say that I think they look super out of place against the backgrounds. I really like the look of the Colossal Titan. I think he has some real creepy aspects to him, but the rest of the Titans kind of just look like flubber with smiles and hair follicles. The first of the two live-action Attack on Titan movies will be hitting theaters on August 1st, with the second premiering on September 19th of this year. In more trailer news, because who does not love trailers? Ooh, they don't. We have finally gotten not just one, but two trailers for the highly anticipated upcoming Mamoru Hosoda film, The Boy and the Beast. Hosoda has often been hailed as the next Miyazaki, and if you've seen any of his films, then you know that that is an incredibly accurate description for the brilliant artistic mind that is him, and The Boy and the Beast will be his first film since 2012's Wolf Children. Based off of Hosoda's own original screenplay, the story follows Kyuta, a young boy who wanders into the world of beasts known as Jutengai. Here he meets the swordsman bear Kuma Tetsu, who takes Kyuta as an apprentice. The art style appears to be pretty typical of what we would expect from a Hosoda masterpiece, which is simple yet endearing character designs and fluidly emotive animation. AKA, it's really pretty. I love it so much. His designs and his characters and his art and everything is just, I love it. The trailers for this film are giving me super Summer Wars and Wolf Children vibes, like if they were mashed together with the magical fantasy world building of the former and the human versus beast dynamic of the latter. One thing I know for sure is that it's going to be a feels fest, and I am going to prepare my tissues now, because if it's anything like Wolf Children or The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, I'm gonna be sobbing for weeks, and there's no fighting it. Coming at you in manga news, Shonen Jump is reportedly preparing to launch 3 new series in the upcoming months, the most intriguing of which is coming from thus far independent mangaka Yoko. For those of you who do not know, Yoko. I miss you, Yoko. I love you so much. For those of you who don't know, Yoko is the artist for 2 incredibly well-known independent manga called Molester Man and one of my personal favorite manga of all time, Masturbation Master. It's so good. We read it on MangaPod and everybody absolutely adored it, and you need to go and check it out immediately. If you haven't, it's only 30 chapters and oh, so good. As of right now, there are zip details on what this manga is actually going to be about, but Yoko has worked on series well known for their deconstruction of stereotypical plotlines seen in really popular manga, and doing so with incredible fantastic dark humor. My only concern is that he really doesn't have experience working on long-running series. Everything that he has worked on, except for I think one thing, has ended at 31 chapters or less. And anybody who knows anything about Shonen Jump knows how long and drawn out some of those series can get. For those who need examples, Bleach, Naruto, Toriko, they just keep going and going and going. So they can either get really dragged out or they get cut off way too soon, like Stealth Symphony, my precious baby, you deserved so much more. Being a huge fan of Masturbation Master though, I'm incredibly excited and stoked to see what Yoko comes up with. And it'll be really interesting to see if he does this solo or if he teams up with somebody. And either way, I'm totally fine because while he's really talented on his own, he also has an incredible knack at picking partners who are really great at writing stories. So, I don't know why I did that, but it'll be really interesting. I don't know how to end this. Okay, there you go, I did it. I was at the end of the news story. Whoop. Professional, I did it. Okay guys, that is it for this anime news video. Let me know in the comments down below any of your thoughts and feelings on any of the news stories I talked about. I'll leave links in the description down below for you to check out the stories yourself and form your own opinion on them and stuff. Do you guys feel as strongly about Levi not being in the Attack on Titan movies as I do? Because I feel real strongly about that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you to Dodger for letting me come in and take over her shoe. Her shoe? I took over her shoe, you guys. Definitely. Yeah, no, that's totally what I did. If you'd like to see more of me, all of my links are in the description down below. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about anime and I talk about manga and I mostly talk about husbandos because they're a big deal to me. I also have a Twitter and a Tumblr and an app.fm and an Instagram, so if you want to check any of that out, all of the links are in the description down below. I hope you're having a fantastic anime day, and I'll talk